For each sweater he finished, a few cents were added to his account. Watching his balance slowly climb, Mateo felt a small spark of hope reignite inside him. He started taking on more complex designs, hoping to earn a bit more. Of course, the cost of his daily meals was deducted straight from his wages. Day after day, Mateo kept working, and his balance gradually grew. Finally, the day came when he'd saved up $5, and he decided to call his mother. The call connected quickly, but before Mateo could even explain what had happened to him, his mother launched into a stream of chatter. Watching his balance drain in real time, Mateo cut her off and told her he was in prison, begging her to find a way to get him out. His father immediately came to the screen, anxiously asking what had happened. By now, Mateo only had $2 left. He couldn't afford to waste a second. He quickly told his father that he was trapped in prison and needed $10,000 for a lawyer, or he might never get out. But right after he got the crucial information out, the system cut the call again, and his balance hit zero. Then the little robot popped up once more, asking if he was ready to plead guilty. Pushed to the breaking point, Mateo screamed at the screen. But after the outburst, he forced himself to calm down. To have any chance of getting out, he picked up his tools and went back to knitting. One day while Mateo was eating, a police drone arrived at his cell to remind him that his court date had come. The system informed him once again that if he pleaded guilty now, his sentence could be reduced by 5 to 7 years. Hearing this, Mateo felt all hope drain away. He was convinced there was no way out. The system asked him for a final confirmation. Would he admit his guilt?
Please say, I plead guilty to accept.
Wait.
Please state your plea.
Wait!
Sorry, I didn't get that. Do you want to enter a guilty plea? Please say, I plead guilty to accept.
I plead guilty.
But just then, Mateo noticed an unread message. He opened it and discovered that his mother had transferred the lawyer's fee. With hope suddenly alive again, Mateo immediately declared himself not guilty and demanded to speak with a top-tier lawyer right away. The lawyer's call came through quickly, but before Mateo could even explain his situation, the lawyer said his case was extremely complicated and recommended that he plead guilty. The lawyer then reviewed Mateo's file and cross-referenced some documents, but suddenly he told Mateo to hold on a moment, and then hung up. Just like that, $10,000 vanished, and Mateo lost his last shred of hope. He had no choice but to accept his fate, but to his surprise, it wasn't long before the system notified him that he was free to go. Confused, Mateo walked out of his cell and collected his belongings. When he turned on his phone, it was flooded with unread messages. It turned out that while he'd been locked up, he'd been evicted from his apartment for unpaid rent, and his job had let him go for being absent too long. On his way out, Mateo was handed a flyer. It advertised a textile factory that specifically offered jobs to recently released inmates. In the end, Mateo had spent a full $10,000 and walked away with a job knitting sweaters.